I think, like that person has said, what needs to be said have been said. But it's critical that we repeat it as often as we can so that Nigerians will know we are together. There's need, very urgent need, for all the opposition parties. Those who are not here today, we're pleading that we all come together to save our dear country. It is critical and important. The government we have today, as I said, and continue, is the worst ever in our dear country, Nigeria. Today, there's no governance in Nigeria. The legislative arm is at its worst. The judiciary is no longer hope of the weak or the poor. We all know insecurity, killings and abductions is worse than even countries at war. Just in the past 1 week, 34 in Kebbi, Wednesday, Thursday, 50 in Zamfara on Friday, and today, even while we're speaking today, over 20 already in Adamawa. Sick is all over the country. I just mentioned a few. Poverty has increased dramatically in the past 2.5 years, from 87 million to about 140 million today, the highest in any country on earth. In fact, we now have almost over 30% of all the world poor living in Nigeria. We now have more people living in Nigeria, a country of 240 million, than China and India, a country of 2.8 billion combined. And that's the critical thing. This government has borrowed more in 2.5 years than all the governments since 1999, without anything to show for it. I heard somebody told me today when I'm walking here that the food prices have gone down. Actually, we have killed all our farmers because we have imported cheap goods and thrown our farmers into poverty, which will even worsen the hungry situation of Nigeria in the coming future. Manufacturers' houses are full of warehouses without anything to show for it. So we're in a crisis that everybody has to come together to save the country. And I thank those who have started this journey of our coming together, all the opposition parties. All our appeal is that, yes, we, the masses of Nigeria, have to rise up now, because this situation we're allowed to continue will take its revenge on all of us and our children tomorrow.
And again, what you must bear in mind is that the collapse of democracy in Nigeria is going to lead to the collapse of democracy in Africa, because we are the largest democracy in Africa. These are some of the consequences that will definitely affect other democracies in Africa. So I will urge that, or I will call other opposition parties that are not here today to make sure that they are part of this movement of the unity of the opposition parties to ensure we restore our democracy. But with a note of caution, you see, we did this exercise in 2014. Not so, we came together and formed APC. because we felt democracy was faulty in 2014. Only for us to end up at the same position we found ourselves in 2014. Worse. Because 2014, the major challenges was insecurity here and there, economy, and so on and so forth. Now it is even worse than what we fought in 2014. So we must have that in mind, that in the event, and we must succeed to make sure that we restore true democracy to our country. That was what we fought for. That was what, the founders of this country fought for. And we fought in the military for that. And we must make sure that that is established in this country.
The problem is the opposition. We are our own. When the opposition is ready, Nigeria will do what? Nigeria will do. The first thing we must know is that we must separate ourselves from the government in power. We must show the difference. I will repeat what I said in one of these conferences. I said to them that when I was in government in Buhari's time, Buhari wanted electoral reform. So a few ministers went to him, convinced him not to sign, that if he signed, Russia will hack the system and impose the wrong president on us. And he refused to sign. The same people are now shouting electoral reform. So people who want the shout of electoral reform. He will. If he doesn't shout, those who are supporting him will do what? Shout for electoral reform. This is not a problem. You can't say your position and then see, watch the government, watch his pattern, watch even his strategy to win elections. His strategy is simple. His pattern is simple. He tries something today, you are weak. You put something bigger, you are weaker. Which president goes to France to give award? Or which president goes to France when you are shouting? Oh, this man is stealing our money. You're stealing our money, and he still goes to that place. He's asking, what will you do? You can do what? The day you show him you can do something, God will bless you.
Thank you very much.